Video for Gua Sha on the neck, seated. So generally you want your partner seated and you want them sitting upright, posture's not too rounded forward, make sure the spine's straight so that way they won't be in pain the entire time. So I've got my baby oil or my lotion, whichever one you prefer. I'm just lathering this through, just making sure so when we do go in, the skin's not too dry. And we got through here. Got my Gua Sha tool. So again, I'm not starting off with the sharp edge here. I'm just starting off with the more blunt side. And I'm just very gently going up to the side of the neck right here. I'm just grabbing my opposite hand. I'm just putting it on top of the head just so that way the head doesn't swing that way too much. And we've got this end. I'm just going up the sides of the muscles here. So these are the muscles in the back of the neck. Again, I'm not going to the front where the carotid artery is, just more to the side behind the ear. And just going through there. I'm just asking my partner, is that pressure okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yep. Good. And I'm just gently going in there as well. So I want to make sure my body is not uptight as well. I'm just going to relax my own shoulder so that way my shoulder won't be tight afterward as well. And I'm just going to work my way down to the trap over here. And just more a little bit toward the back over here as well. And these are the levator scap muscles right here. And I'm just working through these knots over here. Again, I'm asking my partner,
Feels good?
if it feels okay. Yep. Oh, found a little clicky spot, so we're gonna hang out there for a bit. About 30 seconds. And I'm gonna move on to the next spot. Moving along, I'm gonna go onto this side, over here. So just working through the back again. I'm not doing the front of the neck, I'm going to the back. Here tend to be very tight usually. So gentle pressure, not too much, just enough to get some stimulation. And working down toward the trap. And as I follow the neck muscle all the way down, there's going to be this scap muscle right here, right off to the side of it. There's going to be the levator scap. That's where the trigger points for a lot of the neck tension holds. So sometimes if your partner's too big and you're a lot smaller, you can double up 2 hands. You can go through there as well, as long as the pressure's not too much. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, Liam's doing okay. So I'm just really getting in there. So the purpose of this is because if you try to go in with your thumb and someone, you got a big partner, it's going to be very hard to get these. Unless you go in with your elbow, you can do that as well. But the Gua Sha tool works really well for this. Just going in and releasing these muscles in here. And you'll notice the skin starts to become red. Now, that's not to be alarmed. Once it settles, it should settle in about a day and a half as well. So that shouldn't be too... So I noticed that this side's a bit more tight, so I'm just going to spend a little bit more time working through here. Come back around, make sure these are okay, and once I'm done, make sure these are okay. You can also, again, when we had our partner lying on our stomach, you can actually do this seated as well. So I'm working through these subocciput muscles that run all the way through where the skull meets the neck. And I'm just going through here, and there are going to be a lot of tender spots through here. Is that okay? Tender?
I'm good?
Oh, good. Okay. And I'm just looking for tender spots through here. And once I find a tender spot, yep. So you find a lot of the acupressure points, they're actually very close to where tendons and bones meet right off the edge. That's where most of the dense nerve bundles are. So you're just stimulating these areas here. Anything in there, Liam?
Good.
Good? Yeah. And again, I'm not using the sharp edge, I'm using the blunt end, so that way I'm not jabbing into his neck. And some of those are going to be some good, nice tension spots that are just released from there. And that's Gua Sha when your partner is seated.